You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My daughter thinks she's pregnant, and she's not. She actually thinks her baby's Jesus.
I am pregnant!
And it is Jesus. No one is going to deny him, because he is my Savior.
Mom claims her daughter's delusional.
Did you tell people you were on American Idol?
No.
Just now, you said, maybe I was.
And a compulsive liar.
Some of her lies are Eminem was her dad. She donated a kidney to her half-brother. My mom only got pregnant with me because my brother was so sick.
You mean like she had you for parts?
That's another lie.
You are not a lie detector test, and you need to shut it.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I'll try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Having a baby is a dream come true for most families. Despite the joy, many women just days away from delivery say they are swollen, uncomfortable, can barely walk, and are ready to pop that baby out. My next guest, Haley, says she's 9 days away from giving birth, and she looks like this. Her mom, Christy, and sister, Adriana, say they are at their wits' end because Haley is a delusional liar. Now, that's their terms, not mine. Now, according to them, Haley's lies include telling people that rap star Eminem is her father, that she's been diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic, and that she donated a kidney to her brother. Well, according to Mom Christy, Haley is not Eminem's daughter. She's never been diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic. She's never donated a kidney to her brother. And they say her biggest lie of all is when she says she's 9 months pregnant with a son named Jesus. In fact, the soon-to-be-born baby is not just called Jesus because Haley says he is actually the Son of God. Well, the only catch, Christy says Haley is not pregnant. Not even close.
I am pregnant.
You're delusional and you're
Then
crazy.
why are you denying my kid?
Because you're not pregnant. My daughter thinks she's pregnant and she's not. My daughter is a compulsive liar and delusional. She lives in like her own little fantasy world. My sister Haley is crazy. She actually thinks her baby's Jesus. The first time I heard her say that, she was saying it was Jesus Christ in her stomach.
And that's all you can say. You're not pregnant. You're not pregnant. You're just jealous.
I looked at her like she had lost her mind. She was just going off into a delusional tailspin. She's not pregnant and never has been. I gave her 2 home pregnancy tests and they came up negative, and then I took her to the clinic and they even did a pelvic exam and it was all negative. And then I took her to the health department and they gave her a pregnancy test and it came up negative.
Through the health department. The health department, they already denied my baby. I'm still showing he's fully kicking and I am pregnant. So what are we going to do about it?
If it's coming out of Haley's mouth, it's usually a lie. She manipulates her way through sex, bribing someone. Some of her lies are the rapper Eminem was her dad. She donated a kidney to her half-brother, and that she was a contestant on American Idol. She lies and exaggerates everything. I got a letter in the mail from Medicaid saying she had pregnant woman's Medicaid. It used to be the only way you could get that was if you were pregnant. I think it's impossible for her to be pregnant. I can't keep living like this. We have to treat her like she's actually pregnant to avoid conflict. I'm hoping Dr. Phil can let me know if this is part of her act or does she really need help.
What you're going to hear are some really outrageous things that would be pretty funny to hear, but I want to ask you to really restrain yourself and, not laugh and kind of make a joke out of this, because if she is in fact delusional, then she does believe this. And so we need to treat all guests with dignity and respect, but certainly someone that might be vulnerable in that regard. So as you just heard, despite 2 negative home pregnancy tests and 4 negative urine tests given by doctors, Haley is adamant that she is giving birth in 9 days. She says she wants to prove to everyone, including me, that her son, Jesus, is real.
There is no what if. I am pregnant. And it is Jesus. I'm 9 months pregnant. My family, my friends, my pastors at church, they don't believe that I'm pregnant. I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. I'm tired of playing these games, and it's about to be over with. I am now days away from giving birth, and they're like, you're not pregnant. You're too tiny. You're probably just getting fat. One of my biggest temptations is wanting to whack you across the head. I know it's Jesus. I don't care if my family disowns me. It really comes down to if you're a true believer in Jesus or not. I know it's Jesus. I know you're crazy. There's no denying that. I know my pregnancy is real. I've gained at least 22 pounds. I was sleeping one night and my baby punched the bottom of my stomach and kicked me up. And I can feel his head right here. It's like right below my belly button. I took 6 urine tests and they all came back negative. So I specifically asked for a blood-drawn pregnancy test because I have a rare blood type. The doctors have refused to give me a blood test. I don't care what the home pregnancy test or the doctor say. When I give birth to my baby, no one is going to deny him because he is my Savior.
Okay, it's good to meet all of you. And tell me, Haley, do you feel tension in your family right now?
Definitely.
And tell me what the tension's about in your view.
Well, I mean, we still argue a bunch. Like, even the other night, we got into an argument because I was trying to sleep, and they walked in, and she was talking, Adriana was talking loud, and I just started going off, and she decided to act like an idiot.
We weren't talking.
She started recording me, and, little things already kind of make me mad, and so I'm always timid, and it feels like it's not going to stop.
The whole reason we got in a fight and stuff is because she was acting crazy. She was going off because we had woken up because we were brushing our teeth, and she was just started going ballistic, crazy, just yelling and screaming, and got in Mom's face. And she put her hands on me again in the hotel room. She was talking crazy prior to that, to her going off that evening. Mm-hmm. She was saying that everybody was saying GD in her head, and she said it was making her crazy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We were fighting, but my mom had jumped in the middle while she was recording me going nuts. And so I had pushed my mom back because my mom was in my face and Adriana was standing directly behind her. Okay. So I didn't want my mom to get in between me and Adriana because she decided that she was...
No, Mom was in between us because you were acting crazy, acting like you were going to do something towards me.
You were trying to swing at me as soon as you walked out of the door.
That's so not
I have a red mark that one of the guys noticed on video on my chest.
And I have it all on video.
No, not while you were walking out the door.
Okay, who recorded this?
I did.
Okay.
I have a video.
Adriana started recording it because they were trying to fight, and I was trying to stay in the middle of it, telling them stop, stop, stop. Adriana started recording it, and I was just trying to make them stop. It got loud. Security was called. I was so embarrassed.
Well, I know that security was called because it's our hotel.
I know.
And they keep us apprised of that. Let's take a look at the video and see what actually happened.
You're psychotic, and you need help. I'm sick of it, Haley.
Why you're scared because you can't crouch.
Quit yelling at Mom's face. Get out of my face with your phone.
out of my face.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my
Get
face.
Get out of the face and
Stop.
that bet touch me again.
You just jumped up on me. I'm pregnant. What do you expect?
So things get heated pretty quick.
Definitely.
Okay. And none of you want that. And when you say she's put her hands on you, what do you mean?
She shoved me, and I fell over the bed because when she shoved me, my leg hit the bed, and I fell over.
Uh-huh.
You did not fall over.
Yes,
she
I did. And I hit
Where's
my toe
the
on
video
the
at?
bed.
It was right before you did that.
Get it recorded?
Right before. You didn't get it recorded, did you? Right after that, I did. Did you get it recorded?
You have
She
to put
did
your
not
hands
fall
on.
over.
Yes, she did.
Just like you didn't get it recorded when he hit me, or when you hit me.
I do.
Yeah,
I actually have it
the
on the
hotel
video.
guards saw it, and I still probably have the mark.
Your understanding is that you're paranoid schizophrenic.
Yes, sir. I hear voices in my head all the time.
She's never been diagnosed. She diagnosed herself.
And later,
That was my first ultrasound. I could feel him kick and stuff.
do you believe this baby is the son of God?
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you the results of the ultrasound.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com. You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
You're psychotic, and you need help. I'm sick of it, Haley.
Why you're scared because you can't crouch.
Quit yelling
Get him on face.
Get out of my face with your phone.
Get him on face.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of the face and
Stop.
that bet touch me again.
You just jumped up on me. I'm pregnant. What do you expect?
So you guys get combative,
Yes.
and that's not good,
No,
right?
no.
Okay. So what do you think brings this tension on?
Well, I'm already pregnant as it is, and me and my mom, we have never really been very close to begin with, and I've had all of this going on, and I'm a paranoid schizophrenic at that, and she knows exactly what pushes my buttons, and she does.
How do you know that you're paranoid schizophrenic?
Well, when I had got signed into rehab, I had to sit down, and after I took in my medications, I was talking to my doctor, and he got me kind of high off my medications, and he was like asking me a bunch of questions, and he was like, okay, Haley, I'm diagnosing you finally with paranoid schizophrenia, and I was like, I'm not crazy, and well, I started looking up the symptoms on my phone, trying to figure out more of paranoid schizophrenia for myself. And I finally had to come to terms with myself that I did have these things. And I started noticing things like I cannot walk into a room without having to check everywhere, the closets, underneath the bed, in the bathroom, and stuff like that, without thinking somebody's in there. I can't, pee with the light on. Sometimes I take a shower with the light off so I can be more relaxed. And it's all the symptoms of paranoid schizophrenia. And
Okay, so because we've examined the records and that diagnosis was not written down. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not written down.
She's never been diagnosed. She diagnosed herself.
Okay. Well, I'm talking to her.
I'm sorry.
it's on one of my papers. It's specifically under this one paper with a little sticky note. And it says she has a disease, a mental disease like paranoid schizophrenia. And I don't know what doctor it was from or anything because I didn't really get a look at the papers. But
Well, doctors are very specific about this, so it's not a sticky note definition. It's a very specific definition, diagnosis that's entered in, and it has to be done for the hospital records. And no one, I'm not saying that you're not, but no one has ever entered that into your records. I'm not saying they shouldn't, or maybe they don't need to, but...
I got medication for it and everything.
What did they give you?
They gave me Triliptol, Seroquel, Ativan, an entire list. And I mean, it was half of what my mom takes. My mom takes over 600 milligrams of every prescription that she's prescribed. I got 300 milligrams in Seroquel. That can make a person, that'd probably make you sleep for a week.
Yeah, it might.
But that made me sleep for a while.
Well, so your belief is, and I'm not saying I've seen all the paperwork, there may be other paperwork. So your understanding is that you're paranoid schizophrenic.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it your understanding that schizophrenia is a psychotic disorder?
Yes.
It's a psychosis.
Yes.
And is it your understanding that one of the characteristics of psychosis is that you have a difficult time separating reality from fantasy?
Definitely.
That would be one of the real markers of psychosis. A person that's experiencing a psychosis has a difficult time knowing what's real and what's fantasy, what's grounded in reality and is factual versus what they might perceive to be true, but in fact is not something that would be verified by others or would be borne out by verifiable fact.
Yeah, like, I hear voices and stuff in my head all the time.
Okay. Well,
and
some that are experiencing an active psychosis have auditory hallucinations. Not all, some. Sometimes, not always, but some people have them sometimes. Do you have any visual hallucinations? Do you see things that you've come to believe aren't actually
shadows.
there?
Ever since I was a little bitty, I've always seen shadows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear things and stuff like that. But then I'm actually starting to, notice some other things. Like I said, like when I was sitting out near the pool the other day, I could have sworn that I had heard my mom's mom. Like, I thought I heard her talking.
Okay.
And I started going around the hotel, and I've seen her shadow, and I've seen her. So.
And let me say this, the fact that you have an intellectual understanding of this and are able to talk about it and discuss it is very encouraging. The fact that you can experience something emotionally and then intellectually kind of remove yourself from it and talk about it is very encouraging, because it allows you to check yourself and say, well, in that I know that I sometimes have a difficult time separating fantasy from reality, so I know I have to check myself and rely on someone I trust sometimes or other data to see whether this is real or imagined is very helpful. And I have to say, I really object to using the term crazy.
Right.
That's a derogatory term. And I know you don't mean it in that way. It's just kind of a summary term.
Right.
But that's a derogatory term, because to me, mental illness is just that. It's an illness.
Right.
It's just like having arthritis or diabetes or something else. There's nothing derogatory about it. But when you say crazy, it's like it's an accusation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really believe that she suffers from a mental illness, I would think it would be something that you would have compassion for her about, rather than something you would attack her over.
Right. It's kind of hard to have compassion and stuff with her when she's highly disrespectful. She's ungrateful. And every time, I try to do something for her, I get yelled at, cussed at, threatened, or anything else.
You understand,
so it's kind of hard
one
to
of the
be compassionate
characteristics, though, of certain types of mental illness, there's a certain narcissistic quality to it, a lack of empathy for other people. They tend to have an inability to really understand the impact of their actions.
Right.
So that would go with that. I'm not saying it makes it easy to deal with.
Right.
But if you understand that that's part of what's going on. Let's take a quick break. Next, we're going to find out why Haley says a simple prayer on Christmas Eve is the reason that she's been blessed with her own Savior. We're going to talk about that next.
I conceived my baby the night of December 31st. I had prayed that I could have a kid. A week or two later, I felt something in my stomach go doom, and I was like, I'm pregnant.
And later, you see M&M, your father?
She knows who her dad is.
Oh my gosh, there he is, yeah.
Do you really believe you're...
Oh, I do, yes I do.
I use heroin every couple hours.
I would rather feed my drug habit than my unborn child.
My sister. How could you do this to a baby?
It gets worse.
Right now, she is really high.
Stop the tape. You're either going to watch this and get in the game, or you're out.
I never had guilt or second thoughts after my first time with Amanda. She was about 12 years old.
Part of me knew that this was not the way that fathers love their daughters.
Your mother videotapes this.
Yes. How could you? Watch him do those things to me to participate, even. He groomed you.
So did you. Let her talk. Amanda, you haven't seen your father since you were 13 years old.
You feel like you've done nothing wrong.
20 years ago, these kind of things were joked about.
Are you kidding me? Molesting your daughter was wink, yuck, yuck in 96? That is complete and utter bull. Why? He has hit rock bottom again.
Survivor Todd returns.
Are you trying to drink yourself to death?
I'm still living it, but I don't want to.
He's having seizures.
He had 12 yesterday, 2 today.
And 1 strikes during the show.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com. You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
My baby loves chocolate milk. When I drink chocolate milk, like I can feel him kick. Like it's a happy kick, you know. He's like, yeah. It calms me and him down. I can tell when he's about to have his adrenaline rush. Plus, I can tell when I'm about to have mine. Both of ours combined together, that's not a good feeling at all. He knew I was about to get chocolate milk. He sometimes kicks or hits me. He didn't kick this time. He hit me a little bit when I was going to the fridge, and as soon as I opened the door, he hit me a little bit on the bottom of my left side.
Haley believes that she is pregnant with an active baby boy who loves it when she drinks chocolate milk and is due in 9 days. Her mother, Christy, and her sister, Adriana, say Haley is delusional and there's no way she's pregnant. Haley actually says, I agree with part of that. She says, I am delusional, because she says that she has been diagnosed and, in fact, accepts the fact that she's paranoid schizophrenic, which is a psychotic disorder which involves delusions in many cases. But Haley says they need to face the reality and stop denying her baby Jesus. Take a look.
I'm naming my baby Jesus. I conceived my baby the night of December 31st, and I was living with my ex. We had had sex that night. I had prayed that I could have a kid. I wanted to start my family. A week or two later, I felt something in my stomach go doom, and I was like, I'm pregnant. He doesn't like that I'm sleeping on my back because he's facing up. Like, I know because he hits me, and I can feel his little feet. He gets his feet up in my ribs sometimes. Feel it in there. I breathe really heavily and push him down, and I'm scared that his little toes are going to break or something. I'm definitely looking forward to being a mom. I need a baby crib, diapers, baby formula. I had like little baby clothes for him and stuff, but it got stolen. I had a baby book for him. I feel like my baby is going to change everything for me because he is something that I have fought so hard for. I had really no love, but every time I feel him kick or when I get something to eat and he pokes out just a little bit more, it makes me realize that I have something, I have a responsibility that I have to take care of, and all the petty things in life just seem to vanish.
How do you know it's a boy?
I can tell because of the colors that I see and...
The colors you see?
Yes.
How so?
Because when I finally accepted that I was a paranoid schizophrenic, I really don't see colors, you know. I don't listen to anybody. I just kind of do my own thing. And I finally started seeing colors. Like, I knew I was pregnant. Like, you know, obviously I'm not going to lie. But I started seeing, like, colors like blue and green. And I was drinking, like, stuff I wouldn't normally drink, like Mountain Dew and beef jerky and stuff. And I know, you know, girls can eat that stuff too, but, I mean...
You think Mountain Dew and beef jerky means boy?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't drink Mountain Dew and eat beef jerky, so I don't know if it means boy. But you're drinking chocolate milk.
Yes.
And she's told you she's eating for two.
Yes.
And you say he loved the Mexican food you ate the other day.
Yes.
How do you know that he loved it?
It was the cheese and stuff because he didn't let me eat it first. Like I would regurgitate it, and usually, like, I don't eat very much in the first place, so that's when I knew I was pregnant. I started eating a bunch. Like,
she eats all the time. You eat all the time.
I've been eating a lot lately, even when I didn't want to, because when I'm around them too, I really don't want to eat.
That's bullcrap. She would eat.
You don't make me want to eat.
We cannot stop her from eating. She's eating all the time.
Well, you had a picture that you had posted on one of your social media platforms in a bathing suit after you were pregnant, and it didn't look like a pregnant picture. You were in a bathing suit. It was kind of from the side, and I think at that point you were 2 or 3 months pregnant.
That is not when. No, I am pregnant, but that picture was from a long time ago.
But that wasn't taken while you were pregnant?
No.
Okay. You posted it last month, but it was taken a long time ago.
Like 2014 or 2015.
Before you got pregnant?
Oh, yeah. That was a long
Well, I was
time
wondering, because you just posted it last month.
Oh, it was my profile picture. I reset it as my profile picture.
Oh. Your mother and sister think you lie. Have you told some things that aren't true?
You are not a lie detector test, and you need to shut it.
So I'm trying to find out what you know to be true and what you don't know to be true. You said, I donated a kidney to my brother.
I didn't know this was going to go on.
Your mother and sister think you lie. Have you told some things that aren't true? Not the pregnancy, because you say that is true, but have you told some things that aren't true?
Yeah, I lie about where I'm going and stuff sometimes.
Well, I made a list, and we've talked about the pregnancy. You say it's a boy. You say you're seeing colors now. You say you're eating for two. You say the baby likes you drinking chocolate milk. You're going to breastfeed, right? You've made that decision?
I don't think I can breastfeed because...
So you may not breastfeed?
I may not.
Why not?
Well, I don't think anything's, like, producing in my boobs right now. But they said, I've had some people tell me that maybe after I give birth, then that's when my boobs will produce the milk. But I may not be able to. I'm just going to have to see what happens.
Well, I made a list of the things that you two have said that you believe are lies. Mm-hmm. One is you don't believe she's pregnant. You say, I'm 9 days away from giving birth. You don't believe that.
Right.
I've had my tonsils taken out. Did you have your tonsils taken out?
Did I?
No.
Well, you said you did.
I don't think that was me. I don't think I've had my tonsils taken out.
Well, you said you did. Did she say she did?
Yeah, she did.
And you've told doctors on your records that you did.
Yes, that's where we saw it. On the records.
I don't remember saying that.
It was on your records from the health department that you put on there saying that you had your tonsils removed.
Records from the health department?
Mm-hmm, I saw it.
That I put on the records from the health department?
Yes, that you had your tonsils taken out.
I did not say that.
What's that?
I did not say that I had my tonsils taken out.
Okay. You said my mom was doing meth when she was pregnant with me.
Yeah.
Were you doing meth when you were pregnant?
No, not at all. Never, no. With her, when I was pregnant with her, I almost stopped smoking cigarettes. I mean, I was clean with all my pregnancies.
Okay. You said, and to us, you said I spoke full sentences before I started crawling.
Yeah.
No,
I've been in the doctor's office.
Well, not crawling, walking.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing because, you know, a baby stands up. And anyways, but yeah. You can swim when the baby first.
I've never stolen from my mom.
That's a lie.
You said I donated a kidney to my brother.
That's a lie.
Did you donate a kidney to your brother?
I have not donated a kidney to my brother, but my mom told me while she was mad at me one day that I think it was probably my sister. It was one of them, and that I was born. My mom only had gotten pregnant with me to use me as a guinea pig for my brother because he was so sick.
No,
that's another lie.
So you mean like you were a parts department, or she had you for parts?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No, you were a surprise.
Yeah, says the one who lets this guy into your house and call me a hoe and kick me out while I'm pregnant.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, well, listen, I'm trying to find out what you know to be true and what you don't know to be true. You said, I donated a kidney to my brother. Do you know that you said that?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
You are not a lie detector test, and you need to shut it.
I don't need one to know that
you need
that's a
to
lie.
shut it.
You did say that.
You need to be quiet.
It was on the records from the health department that we picked up and gave to them.
I did not say that.
You didn't.
Yes, you did.
It's not that you said it. You told them. You told the people at the health department that because it was on the records, and I saw it right before you sent them out.
Okay, this is helpful to me because I need to know if you realize that you said that, because it's in writing that you said it. I'm just trying to see if you recall saying that.
Okay, well, I didn't say that. I'm sorry, Dr. Phil. I didn't say that.
I don't know whether you did or not. I'm just asking you.
But, I mean, you know, they're also trying to say that I don't have paranoid schizophrenia when it's all in the paperwork.
Never said that.
So I didn't
We
say
never
that.
tried to say that.
I don't know what that is. That needs to get off the screen. Like, I don't recall anything because I didn't say that.
Haley tells people that she's paranoid schizophrenic, but she's never been diagnosed.
I have been prescribed medication for my paranoid schizophrenia.
I wasn't talking to you.
She's been sent to 2 mental hospitals, and she puts on a show, and they end up letting her go.
I'm a real crazy bitch. My doctor diagnosed me with paranoid schizophrenia.
Haley tells people that she's paranoid schizophrenic, but she's never been diagnosed.
I have been prescribed medication for my paranoid schizophrenia, but I can't take it right now because I'm pregnant.
She's one person 1 minute and completely different person in the next time.
I wasn't talking to you. Nobody's talking to you, little hoe.
You're the whore.
Shut up. You're the whore.
I think Haley's problem is that she has a problem with lying, and I do think it's a mixture with a mental illness. She's been sent to 2 mental hospitals and nothing has been accomplished. Every time she puts on a show, like everything's fine, and they end up letting her go.
There was one time that she did go away to a place and they kept her for a month or two. Then she came out taking a mood stabilizer. She did okay, and she started taking it when she felt like it and not taking it right, and she went downhill pretty quick.
My medications, they make me kind of loopy, tired, kind of angry sometimes.
My biggest fear is that Haley's going to hurt herself or someone's going to hurt her.
Have you said that you have your GED?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
No, you did not.
I went to ASU for 2 weeks.
No, you did not.
After I had got out of school, and my paperwork is at my house.
No, you did not.
That is one of the things that I forgot
You
to
got kicked out like sophomore year.
She does not have her GED.
Yes, I do.
No, you
When
do not.
she started taking the
Yes, I
classes,
do.
and then she started leaving there to go get
All my
rides with
stuff-
other
look,
people
Dr.
and
Phil,
never
when I had gotten
finished.
kicked out of the house, there was this cab, like a little tiny truck, with just a bed in it. You know, it's ran down. It's sitting in the back of my yard in like mud. That's stinking. I had to put all my stuff in there, and it's my paperwork. It has my GED papers, my folder, and all of that in it.
Well, but there'll be a record that it was
Yes.
issued, and the place that you say you got your GED says they never issued you a GED. How would you explain that?
Do you have a video?
I'm just saying, if that's true, how would you explain that?
But I know I didn't say that.
Okay, and
So-
you say you know you have a GED, but if they
Yes,
don't have a
I do
record
have
of
a
you getting a GED,
I have it.
uh-huh. But you didn't bring it?
No, I didn't bring it because I didn't know it was going to be, I didn't know this was going to go on. I didn't know this was going to go on. So, but yes, I have my GED.
Uh-huh. And what was your score on your GED, do you recall?
I just passed it. I had to take it like twice. You can only take it 3 times before you have to start paying for it. And I failed the first time because, you know, you have to do it on the computer and whatnot. And I failed it once, so I had to go back and take it. That's why it took me 2 weeks. And I got it on the second time. It said that I passed my GED test because I had to take the GED ready test first, and then I went and took the GED test, and I passed it. And I think the score that I'd made on my reading and my math and stuff like that, it was like average or something, so.
I've had a job and driver's permit since age 14. I give every check to my family.
Yes, that's true.
So you have a driver's permit since you were 14?
Yeah, I've had a worker's permit since I was 14. When we had first moved, I told him I wanted to work at Kroger. And so I went with my stepdad and got my worker's permit.
I have a lawyer to help get my disability check.
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer?
I do have a lawyer, yes. It took me quite a while to find him because there's not very many disability lawyers. But yes, I do have a lawyer for my disability check.
Okay. Let's take a break. Coming up, if Haley is indeed about to give birth, who is going to take care of the baby? We're going to talk about that after the break. Have you been on American Idol?
It looked like me, like maybe.
You were either on American Idol or you weren't.
It looked like me on a video singing into a microphone. After I have the kids, you're not going to be around him. That's for sure. I'm so disappointed in you.
But yet you want to live in my house and you wanted me to take care of it.
I never asked you.
Yeah, you did.
To take care of my kids.
Yes, you did. You're lying.
I didn't ask you to take care of it. I asked you to help me and to believe that I was pregnant when everybody else was going to deny him.
Well, 19-year-old Haley insists she's 9 months pregnant despite 6 negative pregnancy tests and a family who says that she's actually lying. She also claims she's been on American Idol, that Eminem is her father, and she says that she's been diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic. Have you been on American Idol?
I was invited to it, and I had this guy come up to me. I think I was drinking at a party, and he was like, "You were on American Idol, weren't you?" And he showed me this video, and it looked just like me. And I was like, I probably was. Like, I don't really know. And so this guy went around saying, "Haley's on American Idol, Haley's on American Idol." And I was like, okay, yeah, that's not really true, but I have a bunch of rumors about me, so.
Well, have you told people you were on American Idol?
I have not told people I was on American Idol.
Has she told people she was on American Idol?
Yes, she did.
How do you know?
Because they were, when she had first started going to school and we moved there at Arkansas, all the kids were coming to me and asking me because that's what she had told them.
Okay. Did you tell people you were on American Idol?
I didn't tell anybody I was on American Idol. There was this guy that just went around saying that I was on American Idol. And he showed me this video, like I said.
And you said, maybe I was?
No, I didn't say...
Well, just now you said, maybe I was.
It looked like me. Like, maybe I could have been somewhere where they were videotaping.
How do you forget if
I've
you were
done
on American
karaoke and whatnot, but, I mean, it looked like me.
Well, you were either on American Idol or you weren't.
It looked like me on a video singing into a microphone. So, anybody can do anything with a video. This guy came up to me and he was like, were you on American Idol?
Well, no, I'm asking you. I'm not asking what some guy saw you. I'm asking you if you were on American Idol.
No, I didn't say that I was on American Idol.
Did you tell people you were on American Idol?
I did not tell people I was on American Idol.
Okay, so you were not on American Idol and you didn't tell people you were on American Idol?
Exactly.
Okay. Did you tell people that Eminem is your father?
Yes, I did.
She knows who her dad is.
Do you really believe you're...
Oh, I do. Yes, I do. I don't think it's that crazy, honestly.
Want to know what's coming up on Dr. Phil? Visit our website and subscribe to our email newsletter. You'll get weekly updates, life strategies, and exclusive video that you won't find anywhere else.
Plus, on drphil.com, you can see sneak previews of upcoming shows. Log on today.
We're out of time for today. Haley asked for an ultrasound to prove to everyone that her baby, named Jesus, is in fact real. So we called in an ultrasound technician and an ER doctor, and we're going to reveal those results tomorrow. Find out if Christy, Adriana, and all the doctors and clinics are the ones living in denial, or if Haley really is giving birth in less than 2 weeks. If Haley isn't pregnant, how will she handle the truth?
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I will be giving birth. I'm not going to deny my baby. And that's going to be the end of this conversation until I get my ultrasound on stage in front of the world.
Now,
The ultrasound was performed on Haley.
what will the results reveal?
I'm sorry, Dr. Stork, but you can't lie to Jesus. You can stick that little ultrasound.
That's tomorrow.
You do not want to miss tomorrow. I want to thank all of my guests today. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.